So this is not the World Championship. And so what I'm expecting is two Jamaican men into the finals.
It a go rough, you know.
I mean, this is Commonwealth for crying out loud.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, your channel of undiluted sports content. Raymond, Adrian, and I are here to talk about the men's 100 meters semifinals at this year's Commonwealth game over there in Birmingham. There are two Jamaicans listed to participate in the semifinals, and we're going to look at their chances and what they need to do to make this final. Raymond, talk to me. How you feel about the semifinals and the entries?
Well, Kirk, I'm feeling positive and upbeat. I mean, it's Commonwealth Games. A lot of persons didn't get a chance to strut their stuff in the individual races for the World Championship. And this is where I'm expecting them to lay it out all on the track, represent for Jamaica, and make it into the final at least. Personal best, season best. That's the least we ask for.
Adrian?
Well, Kurt, I don't know what Ray mean by this is Commonwealth game, you know. Because the last time I checked, it's the same athletes there, probably minus the US and a couple other countries. So it's going to be a tough one.
So I'm going to go straight into it with semifinal number 1. Right? We have 9 entries in this semifinal number 1. They're using all 9 lanes. There's Godson from Nigeria, Harrison from Trinidad, CJ from Antigua and Barbuda, Akani Simbini from South Africa, the English OJ, Jamaican Conroy Jones, the Australian Ron Browning, Emmanuel Archer from Guyana, and the British Virgin Island runner Brathwaite. In semi-final number 1, Adrian, we have from the Eats, we had a few of the athletes running 10-0 something, 10-06, 10-07. We're definitely going to need faster times than that to make it through to the final.
Yeah, Kurt, if you're looking at trying to make the finals from this race, top 2 normally goes through, and the fastest 2 non-automatic qualifiers. It's expected that you have to be dipping below 10 seconds. Simply put, a Conroy Jones will need to run a personal best to be able to go to advance to the finals. His personal best, which is also a season best, is 10 seconds flat. There's only one other athlete in this lineup which has gone below 10 seconds, and that's Akani Simbini, and he's not in the best of shape. Well, he has run 9.97 for the season already. So the hope is that Jones can actually lower his season best, and that should be enough to get him into the finals.
I mean, talking about Akani not being in his best shape, Raymond, he's the defending champion, and he's second on the list or third on the list going into the semifinals. He ran 10:10 in the heats. Browning also ran 10:10. Conroy Jones 10:28. He won the race, but in a poultry 10:28 time, and we saw in the under 20 championship this wouldn't pass the semifinal stage. So what Conroy Jones need to do to make it through to the next?
Well, Kirk, it if you ask me, it's simple. Akane Simbini, as Adrian had identified, is not in the best of shape, and so you would actually you'd actually want to you'd actually want to run up on him and pretty much, you know, qualify. I'm actually seeing Conroy Jones running anywhere between 10.05 to 10 flat. Anywhere around that mark should be able to get you to the finals, in my opinion.
So Adrian, I think, is top three advance to the finals, considering that they're using all three lanes. So which three
No,
you think
no.
can make it
If
through?
it's really top three, Kurt. Last time I checked, there were three semifinals that are listed. Usually, in that instance, there it's the top two and then the two fastest automatic qualifiers.
Yeah, but considering that they're using all nine lanes, I mean, this
It's,
is the,
it's
the,
in the
the
in the
Commonwealth game. The
Commonwealth
Commonwealth games,
goes
they
by a
don't
different
provide us.
protocol.
They don't provide us with the information, so we don't know what protocol they're using. You will turn up on finals day and see 10 people around one on the grass track. I don't know what's up with the Commonwealth game. They definitely need to do better than what they're doing
They
in
definitely
providing the
do.
information.
They definitely do. But I can see the top two being Simbini and Conrad Jones. I expect Browning, the Australian, to get the third spot from this race.
Raymond, who you say making it out of this?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Adrian on that one. Simbini and Conroy Jones. In fact, Conroy Jones might actually win that race.
Sound biased towards Jamaica, but let's move
I
on
think
to
just to make a note, our fellow Caribbean neighbors, Green and Harrison, also look pretty good. And so I don't know. This it's going to be a really tight one. But the top three that I can see that now is Simbini, Jones, Browning.
all right, and then we sprint over to eat semifinal number two, which features the other Jamaican is not yet in the frame, Kemar Bailey Cole, and as you
Lane 9.
mentioned, nine runners in each of the semifinal. Bailey Cole finishing with 10.15 to advance to the semifinals. The the Kenyan Ferdinand Omeniala is there, Cameroon Emmanuel, and the that's pretty much the middle of the pack, and Favor Ashe from Nigeria are the main contenders in this race, Adrian.
Yeah, Kurt. This is a really tough one for Kemar Bailey Cole. You see him out there in lane number 9. He's not near to the middle of the action. You're talking about the Amaniala. I remember him from the Oregon games, running literally from off the plane onto the track. And just you don't want to make up for his troubles in Oregon. I mean, there is, of course, Favor from Nigeria. He's also another pretty good one. And then there is a trade and Gerard Elka, who is also there. Not to be undone is the Cameroonian Esime. So therefore, Bailey Cole is probably somewhere about the fifth or so fastest person in this one and will need to go below his season best of 10.04 to be able to make it in this one. So this is a really tough one for him, and we're hoping he didn't look too bad in the heat running against, I believe, a negative win, clocking 10.15. But it looked like he could have gone even faster. So let's see what type of shape he's in, and this semifinal will test and tell us where he goes from there.
Before you come in, Raymond, let's just mention that Bunting from St. Kitts and Nevis is also in this race. Sean from Ghana is also in this race. Jake from Australia. Gerard from Trinidad and Tobago. And Adam from Scotland. So we're not dissing the athletes from those other countries. Raymond, Omenyala is well rested this time. There wasn't any visa issues, so there's no jet lag to be worried about. So we should expect a faster time in this race from him.
Yeah, for sure, Kurt. Omanyala honestly put out his best and qualify for the finals comfortably. He felt, disappointed at his performance in Oregon, but we understand what were the problems there, from a visa to coming off the plane and straight to the track. Those things kind of would affect one's performance. But with this one now, with all that behind you, well rested, control and all, Amanyala should actually blaze up the track and push into the finals. And it becomes tricky because Kemar Bailey Cole, all the way out in lane 9, might not be able to respond to the gun as how, you know, persons within the center tend to, and respond even when persons would run, they would respond and try to push harder to the line. So Kemar Belko all the way out there pretty much have to run his own race. Probably think about it as if he's in training, and hopefully he would have a chance. But it is definitely Omanyala would be the one to watch in this heat.
And this is definitely a tough race. So, who are the three athletes that you see going through?
All right, so clearly, Omanyala, one of the favorite. He a strong chance of winning this one for sure. Of course, I like to say Emmanuel as well. He would be able to push through as best as possible, and Kemar Bielikul. Now, Kemar Bielikul could possibly clip Emmanuel if he runs his own race and run as close as possible to his personal best, or even, personal best really, which is, running 10 flat could actually help him into the the finals.
Adrian, your three.
Yeah, Kurt. This is a tough one. The obvious one going on top of the list is Omanyala. But I think that the Trinidadian Elcock is also favored to come in second, and Billy Cole looking for third in this one, followed closely by the Nigerian.
And then let us sprint over to the third and final semi-final. There's no Jamaican in this semi-final, but the leader or the fastest going into the final, the Sri Lankan sprinter Abekun, with a 10:06 advance to the final. So we have in lane 1 Jeremiah from Wales, Abekun, Gilbert from Namibia in lane 2, Stephen Charles from St. Lucia in 3, Samuel from Kenya in 4, Raymond from Nigeria in 5, Benjamin in lane 6 from Ghana, Yopon in lane 7 from Sri Lanka, Nathaniel Mitchell Blake from England, and Benjamin from Trinidad and Tobago rounds off in lane 9. Interesting race, Adrian.
Very interesting race and some very interesting names. Our attention is certainly brought to Yupun from one of our fans on the 100 meters preview, in which the fan was actually calling out that name from very early. Until the Sri Lankan has not failed to deliver, looked really good in the heat of the race, and it's looking to pull through. Obviously, the likes of Azamati from Ghana will want to keep him honest, as well as Ekavwa from Nigeria. Hopefully, I got that pronunciation correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think most of the action will be. However, we can't count out a Nathaniel Mitchell Blake, who is in his backyard over there in England, and as such, he will want to ride on the atmosphere, that is the electric atmosphere that is over there in Birmingham, to lift his running spirit to actually get into that final. So, but when you look at it in terms of who I think should be going out of it, I think that true to form, Yapun, Sri Lanka, Azamati, Ghana, and I just have a sneaky feeling that Nathaniel Mitchell Blake may just pick a third position from the Nigerian.
Raymond, who is your top three to advance from this race.
Yeah, so Adrian actually said everything right except that Natalia over Raymond. I wouldn't even bother the echo.
Over
No,
Raymond.
Raymond is the person who's going to deal with this, and there's no other way. So I'm seeing Raymond actually coming through for possibly second or third. Yupun, yeah, is really quick and he's
Yeah.
The thing
expected to
said
start
it.
the show.
The thing
But
said
Well,
that
Raymond is
it's
definitely
Raymond
going
for
to
the
the
no,
win.
final.
no, yeah. It felt like you wanted
I thought
Raymond
they
to
were going
win,
to say
right?
Raymond for the win, but
It's too much.
No,
you,
but
you,
for be honest, all Raymonds are.
Yeah, man, you'd have wanted Raymond.
you're tricking out. But fans out there, we would love to hear from you. What's your thoughts on the lineup for the semi-final?
Raymond.
And then over there in the Commonwealth game in Birmingham, two Jamaicans are in there, and we're expecting the best from them, and we would hope and pray that they make it through to the final and get a medal. But we'd love to hear from you. What's your thoughts on that? Who you think are going to make it out of each of the races? Just leave those in the comment section below. And always remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. And to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell all of them friends to come and join the Sports DTM family. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middleweight. We would love to thank everybody who watched this video. Thank you for your support. Be blessed. Raymond out, Adrian out, Kurt out. Be blessed.